Hey guys, it's Leonie from Live Well with Leonie, and I'm here to show you how easy it is to slice and grate veggies, all sorts of veggies and some fruits in the cutter in my Thermomix. So let me show you what this consists of. Okay, so let me show you the bits and bobs that are the cutter. This is the cutter. It does come in the TM7 with a spiralizer as well, but I'm not going to be showing you that today. Here we have the various components. We have the bowl. Now the bowl sits inside your Thermomix bowl, keeping the Thermomix bowl clean. So if you're planning to do some slicing for a meal or for a particular dish, you can slice it in here, take this out, and your Thermomix bowl will be nice and clean, ready to start cooking. This is the lid that goes on. You can see the feeder tube there, and here's a spike onto which we put our blade. So the blade is stainless steel, has two sides. The first side is this is the first side, is the slicing side, and you can see in here it shows you that slicing, and it's got a thick or a thin setting. On the other side we have side 2, and it does shredding or grating, so thin and thicker again, and that's the side I'm actually going to be using today. Here we have the feeder tube that actually pushes the food through, and this is your spindle which goes into the Thermomix bowl over the blades and then enables you to put the cutter bowl on top. So I'm going to show you how that all puts together. Alright, now here's my Thermomix bowl, and I'm just going to put the spindle on top and give it a good push down. Did you hear that click? It just pushes down, and you just push it till it clicks into place. And then on top of that I'm going to put my bowl. Now this will only go on one way. Unlike the TM6 version, which is a different version, so you can't interchange these between the 6 and the 7, this has to go on a specific way with that gap there at the front, because that's where this mechanism here is going to go that helps it to lock in. Now I'm going to fit my blade onto that. I'm just going to push that back a little bit. And as I said, I want the really thin slicing, or grating I should say. So I'm just going to push that onto the spindle, and it's on. And then I'm going to fit this into here like so. And Bob's my uncle. It's all ready to go. There's my feeder tube, and I've got my beetroot already cut up to shred. I'm calling it shredding because it's so fine. And you'll see I cut it in half on a plate so that the red didn't stain my wooden cutting board. And I'm going to show you how easy this is to do. Okay, so now I'm on to my Thermomix screen. I'm going to come down here to that little blades icon and click on that. Click on the down button, scroll up, and now I have grating and slicing. Now I want to use grating, and it gives me a visual choice. I want the really thin, and that's what I've got selected automatically. Over here I've got my tips. Basically tells me to prepare the ingredients, which I've done, and I peeled it in my blade with my blade cover and peeler. I've put the drive shaft in, I've put the cutter basket in, I've got my side 2 facing upwards, and I've put the lid on. So now I've done the grating thickness, and now I'm actually going to start feeding through my beautiful beetroot. So now let's have a look at how well this works. Okay, now here's my first bit of beetroot going in. Actually, I'm going to put the second bit just on top because, here we go, it'll go in that way. And now I'm going to press start. That's it. Done. Good. All unlocks. Now I was a bit slow putting that through, and there is a little bit caught up around the blades here. So I usually take this off very carefully, give it a good little bit of a bang, but there's not really anything left on the blades much, and what's there I'm not too worried about. There's a little bit around the edge here, and I'm actually going to use my finger. I did wash my hands because I don't want to stain one of my spatulas, but I could use my Thermomix spatula to get that out, and I'll show you what it looks like inside. Okay, can you see how finely that is shredded? I have got my Thermomix spatula now, and yes, it is around the top a little bit. Let's have a look. It's made quite a bit, as you can see. It's one beetroot, and there is a little bit of beetroot there that's still, oh no, there's still a little bit there that's sliced off, but it is so thin. Can you see how thin that is? It's like floss. And that's what I wanted. Obviously, if you don't want it that thin, then you'd use the thicker setting. But I'm not a big fan of beetroot, but I know it's really good for me. So I just want it to be really, really thin so I can just sprinkle some onto my salads. There we go. And that, my friends, is how easy it is to use the cutter to slice or grate your veggies. I have seen it, I haven't done it myself, but I have done it at our office. I have done avocado. I thought we'd end up with guacamole. It was sliced avocado, amazing. Tomatoes. Look, it doesn't have to be a hard vegetable. Soft vegetables, apples, potatoes, all sorts of things will slice really easily with your cutter. It's an amazing, amazing, amazing accessory, and it basically turns your Thermomix into a food processor. If you have the chance to buy one, and they're now on sale for the TM7 in the mix shop, grab yourself one.